Hey everybody, this is Rydo, and the expansion Whispers of the Old Gods for Hearthstone is out, so that means we need to make new decks for every single character twice over now because we now have standard play and wild play. So in this recording, I am going to be doing Paladin wild play. Last time I did Paladin standard play, and here on the right you can see my app telling you what cards I chose. It was a heavy Divine Shield deck. No super crazy strategy there, just every card had Divine Shield. It let me keep a lot of characters on the board, and it seems like it kind of worked. Just a slow and steady wins the race type of deck, which I've seen kind of is true with all the standard decks. The cards that are still allowed in standard play seem not to really interact as much. They just do what they say they're going to do without any tricks. Uh, Now, for the Paladin Wild deck that we're going to make,
If you make a wild deck, you
I
can
am.
only use it in wild games.
Yes, I know that, but good to repeat it every single time I click Wild. I'm almost certainly going to do a Murloc deck. There's uh, there's very little chance that I won't do a Murloc deck, but I do want to give it a fair shake. So, I'm not going to use any of these recipes, that would be boring. We'll make a custom deck from scratch. So, I could just type Murloc here and be done with it and add everything. The question is, what would intrigue me away from a Murloc deck? Each turn transform it into a random minion. I don't know why you'd ever play this card. Well, actually, I kind of know why you'd play it because uh, if it transforms into a random minion, sometimes it might transform into like a 10 mana, 10 attack, 10 health, and it's never gonna transform into anything less than that. Ooh, let's put him in our deck. He has a 1 legendary, just, I mean, anything better than a 1 mana, 1 attack, 1 health. It'd be hard to even hit something less than that. You could be like a 0 attack taunt, but with 4 health, but that's still pretty good. Uh, the worst card potentially would be like a wisp. That's exactly the same. Yeah, there's no card that thing can transform into that would be really a problem. So I could try a Cthulhu deck. Paladin's ability is to summon 1/1 recruits. Would there be a reason? Well, this could improve the 1/1 recruits a little bit. This one, for instance, is a Murloc, so ignoring Murlocs for a second. What else could we play? Your hero power can be used twice a turn. Not gonna use that very often. Could do Knife Juggler. Knife Juggler has been nerfed. That's what this red is telling you about. So you can disenchant it for the same cost it takes to craft it now. So you can get more dust out of that, which is nice. So does that mean if I get a new Knife Juggler, will I get 100 dust from it? Maybe. That'd be really nice. Maybe not. Hard to tell. It may just be the first two, and then the third one only gives you the regular amount of dust. I could do Knife Juggler. There's not a lot of reason why you would, though. Well, I'll go ahead and put it in here. Even though it's been nerfed a little bit, it's still a decent card to play, in my opinion. You could do Stealth, but Stealth doesn't make a lot of sense. Here, this one is a taunt, and it gives you Cthulhu a taunt. So for 2 mana, that is a 1/4 versus a I believe for 2 mana. 1 mana that's a 0/4 in comparison. It's not too bad. Where'd it go? So maybe we'll put that in the deck. I'm kind of just putting random things here, trying to see if there's something that would make any sense. The problem with the Cthulhu cards is they don't interact with each other well. Not that it really matters. I'm not going to play with the Paladin that often because it is another one of my characters that simply has already reached level 60, so I'm going to focus on other characters that haven't reached level 60. Silencing a demon doesn't sound like a good card. Are there any cards here? What's this one do? Can only attack if the hero attacked this turn. If your hero attacked this turn. Well, that would be worthless to use this card in anything except for like a druid deck. It should probably just be a druid card. Well, a rogue deck would also work, I suppose. I think maybe there's a good argument that all the custom class cards should get changed a little bit and put in the neutral cards, but that's never gonna happen. At the end of your turn, give Cthulhu +1/+1. What about a pirate deck? No, it doesn't make a lot of sense to play a pirate deck. Not with a Paladin. Destroy all enemy secrets, gain +1 for each. That's not really going to get used very efficiently ever. It would work really good against like secret Paladin decks, and that's it. One very specific deck, and that's it. Albeit secret Paladin is probably the most commonly played deck in Hearthstone, or at least it was until the new expansion came out today. That seems just silly to do something to play it for that reason. Whenever this minion takes damage, give Cthulhu +1/+1. I'm not seeing a lot of cards that are banned that would put any kind of strategy in here for the Paladin. Any kind of strategy that you couldn't play with the standard cards instead. It's like, I would play this guy if I had another one of them. I'd have 2 of those in my deck. I think Archthief Reformed still has some reason to be played too. So if you need a really powerful, if I need a really powerful one, those are a couple ones to try out on top of other things. You could do a Paladin mech deck. Not a real reason for it, but maybe. Put a minion from your battlefield into the deck. So yeah. Did we look at all of this? Redemptions, Holy Light, Muster for Battle, attack increasing, spells, damage spells, a True Silver Champion weapon. So, like, if I type mechs here, there's only 2 that both of these are Goblins versus Gnomes cards, so they're banned. So you could see why you'd want to do a mech deck here. And then every single thing here is still banned. So if I did this, these 2, put Divine Shield. Almost every character class had a mechs though. This one, this one. Let's see. This is a mech from Whispers of the Old Gods. It restores 8 health to the enemy hero. It's a pretty useless card, honestly. One of the few mech decks to be added from Whispers from the Old Gods, and it's useless. And all these other Goblins versus Gnomes ones are going away. So we could do that. Take the Ancient Heal Bot versus the Corrupted Heal Bot. Let's see, this is a 3/3, this is a 6/6, but it restores 8 health to the wrong person. This one, this one, this one. So you could do that. There's nothing stopping a mech deck. But honestly, you'll do better with a Murloc deck. So that's what I want to do. Particularly since we've got a new Murloc here that we can do. Let's see. So just these 2 cards, and then this. We probably are not going to keep this. These 2, these 2. The Hungry Crab eats a Murloc and gives you +2/+2, so you can eat like one of these. So it's worth playing. This. I only have one of those, I need to create another one. There we go. Done. Where'd that guy go? Didn't I just craft it? I did craft it. It took the system to double check that I had to. Wow. Servers are not doing well today with the new expansion. One with charge. Definitely want him. Definitely want Old Markai. Better play Old Markai. This and this. Ooh. So we have this that's not a mech. A Murloc, I mean. And we need to get rid of this. Get rid of this. There's too many Murlocs now. Interesting. So we can get rid of that one. And that. So we don't need the Cold Light Oracle. It's kind of expensive for what you get. Interesting. And is there any more Murlocs that I don't have? I don't think so. So that's like a full set of Murlocs. 30 cards here, all Murlocs. Interesting. And then you're left with a couple of cards. The Cold Light Oracle you can't play. And then also the Hungry Crab you can't play, which isn't actually Murloc, but kind of in that same deck. It's technically a beast. And some of these are Whispers from the Old Gods, some of these are Leagues of the Explorers. But a couple of these were Goblins versus Gnomes. Particularly this one is the one that you can't play. So let's just convert it to a standard and see how many cards you really couldn't play. The Puddle Stomper and Old Murkai. Interesting. So if you got rid of the Puddle Stomper and the Old Murkai, then you would have 3 spaces. You could fill it with 2 of those, and then have like 1 card extra, or play Anything Can Happen. Interesting. There still should be some more Murloc cards though. 30 isn't enough. It should be somewhere closer to 90 of every class of cards. Let's go ahead and try this deck out. Because even as the deck recipes are being shown to us, we're shown 3 different styles of play you could do with that one character. And so here we are. Casual play with the custom Paladin, that's right. Let's try this out. So yeah, I want to see 60 more unique Murloc cards that do different things, if they can think up 60 unique things for them to do. At some point they may add cards that say, excluding this card, give all characters +1/+1 who don't have a battle cry or a or active ability, or something like that, or death rattle. So cards that have nothing on them.
Fight with honor.
Maybe there will be some cards that eventually come out and give those a bonus. That would be kind of cool. So my Hearthstone deck tracker here is going to compare my, or try to compare kind of poorly, my standard Paladin deck to my wild Paladin deck, which is going to be completely different. So it's just going to, except for a few Murloc cards here that were in my, I did put those in my Paladin deck. Everything else is going to be gone.
I can't do that.
So here's the power of Murlocs.
Job's done.
First turn, 3 guys are on the board. And they're kind of powerful for that. Second turn it will be up to 5 unless he can kill something. And as a Warlock he probably can't kill something. So you're looking at 5 damage immediately. And 4th turn this guy can be played. Go ahead and just kill these 2. And attack the face. Second turn, end on the same note. 3 characters, although they are more powerful by 1.
Are you my master?
Flee, screaming.
This and this.
Reporting for duty.
This and this. And the problem with Murloc decks is you're going to win so fast I'm not even going to get to play half of my strategy here. Of course my main strategy here is just play Murlocs, and Old Murkai will get +1 attack for each one of them, so he'll get +6 at most, since you can only have 7 characters on the field.
Cthulhu is my shield.
They're playing Cthulhu again. Let's see. I think this is a better move.
Reporting for duty. To battle!
Attack. I guess I should have used that against this guy. Oh well. Murlocs, you just don't even worry about these guys. You just attack the face. 14 to 30, 4th turn. So he's so concerned about killing these guys that he's not really doing anything. And those, both of these just battle cried because they made him strong.
Screaming.
Summon a 1/1 ooze with taunt. This ooze is. Let's see. So
To battle.
kill this one.
To
And
battle.
then kill this. And then let's see. Let's just hit the face on this.
Get in line.
When a friendly minion dies, it gives +1/+1 to Bethune.
It was your fault.
Well, it's time to play it. This and this,
Reporting for duty.
and then 4 to the face, 1 to the face, 2 to the face,
To battle.
and let's see, 1 more to the face. Yep, you really don't. The right move is just to keep on hitting the face. Let this guy. The 9 damage here that he could do to me is nothing compared to the 3 damage I need to win.
Broken. That was a mistake.
Cthulhu. Cthulhu is getting powerful. If he has Cthulhu in his hand, he could play it. That could turn this game around. But as it stands, there's 1, 2, 3 needed, 1, 2, 3 dead. I don't even have to draw another card unless he can do something. And he has no mana, so he can't do anything. And what if he had life tapped at any point? There's another thought. So we can do that. We can do that. And then we can just ignore that.
To battle.
That. 30
To battle.
to 0 damage. The ultimate power of a Mirror. Right? They're cheap and they can get very powerful if they work together. And that wasn't even a very crazy combination of mech decks. That was a standard thing there. So that was pretty standard at least. So I would heavily recommend either playing Murlocs, not mechs, or mechs. That's the other one. Either mechs or Murlocs. Both good decks in Wild to play still. Anywho, that's it for this recording. Next time we will do the next character. Who's the next? The next character will be Priest. And then, so we'll be doing Priest Standard. That should be up in a few minutes. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment if you want to, and watch every second of my videos. I hope that helps out. If you want to support me further, you can click on my name, Rydo. On the right will be a blue button that says support this channel. Click it, make a donation. And if you want to friend or follow me on basically any social media sites, there's a whole bunch of links down below. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.